Welcome to this episode of your Spiritual Business Coach podcast. I am your host, Ashu. I am the coach for light leaders ready to own their fierce self-expression and build audiences that trust you with their eyes closed. We do this by integrating feline energy, which helps you birth match made in heaven offers and whisker licking good marketing. And today with me, I have a very special guest. We are having like a 1-year reunion because 1 year ago, in 2024, I ran my first ever founding round of Cosmic Sales Elixir, which is my 2-month mini mind. And when you're listening to this episode, if you're listening to this in March 2025, you still have time to join me for the second round of Cosmic Sales Elixir. And today, I have with me Priyanka, who's going to walk you through exactly what the experience is like and how her life has shifted. And I'm doing it 1 year later so that you can see the transformation that lasts and not just a quick win that you get in like 8 weeks. So before we get into all of that, Priyanka, would you love to introduce yourself? What is it that you do? I would love for people to know about you.
Okay. So, hi, Ashu. Hello. So, yes. So, I am basically into home decor and lifestyle products, which includes hanging chairs and customized, wall arts and all sorts of things. So, basically, my main, focus is macrame, which is a fiber art. And, the reason I got into this business was my husband and me, the passion of creating new things all the time. And yes, of course, with a team of 4 to 5 members who help me get through the orders. So yeah, that's about this business. So my brand name is O Strings Attached.
Yes, I will make sure that we have a dedicated section towards the end for you to mention where can people find you and what can they place orders about, because you create such beautiful products. But that raises a very fun question. You're not a spiritual business owner. You're not a tarot reader. You're not a healer. You're not a life coach. But you still decided to join my program, somehow found me. So I want to know, could you share what brought you to me? What was it that made you want to work with me? How did you find your way?
Okay, so this is like going to be a really elaborate one because it starts in, I think, somewhere around 2020-21, when I think I got hold of one of the stationeries that I bought from you. It was, a writing notebook, and it says it was something about money. It was like a really interesting. It just caught my eye, and I, that's how I then got connected to Ashu. And then, a few days after that, I saw one of her posts about manifestation workshop. And then, I was like, I did not know, I did not had any clue about manifestation at that time. And somehow I just enrolled myself because I was looking for things at that time, that helps me spiritually, get a step ahead. So I attended, and before I was enrolling myself, I thought to myself, should I really be doing it? Somebody who's 20 years younger to me, which will let me know what life is all about. But then, something inside me told me, okay, just do it. Just do it. It will not harm you. So I just attended, and I had an amazing experience. And, that workshop, I think, was the starting point of, my whole spiritual journey. So that's when it started. And then I kept following her. I really liked her. I liked Ashu. And then, through her stories post. And then one day this Cosmic Elixir, pops up, and I kept thinking what to do. Should I really be doing it? Because I did attend few business workshops that did not work for me at all. So kept thinking. And then I remember I told you, I messaged you quite a lot of times saying that, should I be doing it? Is it for spiritual business owners? Or she said, no, it's for business who have spiritual business owners. So I said, okay, just let me, I trust her. Let me do it. And I'm so thankful I did it. Yeah, so that's how it was.
Wow, that was like, did you make notes about exact investments that you made? Like, this is for the first thing, because I totally forgot. That sounds bad, but I totally forgot that I used to sell stationery in terms of like, I had the money journal, which was the first ever, I think,
Oh
journal
my,
that
it was amazing. I still have it. I don't know where it is exactly right now, but
I
I would be your first one to buy it again.
I
Yeah.
love the notebook so much, and I put in so much effort trying to get that things sorted. So many, I guess you get this. I can finally talk to someone about a product business where you get the samples and you're like so heartbroken because you've spent money on it, but the sample doesn't turn out right.
Oh
And you
yes.
want to, like, the launch gets delayed and everything.
Oh,
And this is where I feel I felt so energized working on a business that is not spiritual in the sense, but still the business owner is spiritual in nature, which is what matters the most to me. I was recently talking to someone who's a lawyer, and they asked me, "What do you do?" And I told them that I am a business coach. And they said, "Okay." And they made me open up my page right there and then. And by the end of that call, even though that call was me asking the lawyer something, the lawyer was like, "Can I work with you? Like, do you have a discovery call? I'm a spiritual person. Can I?" I was like, "Wow, yes." So I love that you mentioned that, yes, you had your hesitations, and I also love that you mentioned that you had taken some programs before and it didn't quite work out for you, because I've seen that happen for a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, quite a lot. Let's get into your juicy business. Tell me, where were you in your business or life when you decided to work with me, when you decided to join Cosmic Sales Elixir? What were some business wins you've had or something that was hindering your business? Anything?
okay. So, I think most of my mates from that group would agree to it. When we all joined it, I think we were an all-time low in our businesses that time. So, we were very stuck in our minds. We were so demotivated. We have our set of fears, and fear was one thing which was actually, setting things back for me, because I had few very bad experiences with the clients, and I think after that everything just went so low. And while I was struggling with all that, I saw Ashu's post and I said, yeah, I think I should do it.
I do remember conversations around I might have to like let go of my team members because the sales are not enough to keep up with it. And you've had some really good months before that where
Yeah.
you've had great orders and everything, but it was sort of slowing down. You were at that point, first of all, the courage to invest in something and take a bet on yourself. I would say it's very powerful, brave, something that not a lot of people are able to do. And the people who are able to do change their lives and business just like you did, we'll come to that. But also, I really appreciate you mentioning that a lot of other people in the group were also going through the same thing, because recently what happened was I was going through the reviews. Now I was going through the reviews. I went through module 6 form that you all had to fill, and I looked through and who was there, and I'm looking through and everyone's like, I was at point zero and I got this many sales and all of that. I was like, what? And that is a recurring theme, because there are so many coaches out there that spiritual entrepreneurs end up going to, but then they teach like a regular business school
Yeah.
and a regular, like, okay, this is 4 P's of marketing and all of that. And it just doesn't work out. I can see you like shaking your head vigorously, like, yes, you're in it.
Yeah. So, I wanted to tell you, when I joined your program, I had to literally borrow money from my husband. So, I did not had anything and I borrowed the money. And, the first module, which was, just online thing, like it was not the regular meetings we had, it was just a module. So the first thing that I did, and by the end of it, I got my first, not the first order, like first order after a long wait, like I think good 10, 11 months. I got my first bulk order, which was like, wow. I was like amazed that So I knew what I chose was the right thing.
Okay, yes, I didn't know about that. I knew that you got a bulk order of like 50 pieces. I
Yeah.
remember that, but I didn't know it happened right after the first module. I love that the order came right in the first module. And for people listening to this who don't understand what's going on, so when you join Cosmic Sales Elixir, there is a section of pre-recorded content that you have to go through in order to get on a call, the group call where you get coached. And that live call is where I give you guidance, get you coached on whatever is going on with your life, and whatever you fill in the form is also reviewed for you personally. So how did you work through all of those things? Like you said, you watched the module and you got the order, but I think it's not just about watching, it's also about the implementation and the work that you put in. So how did you work through that feeling?
When I started it, I carefully followed every little step that you told me. I think there were some guided meditations also. I think your meditations are magic, they always works for me. And that's one of the takeaway which I will always, like, it's bang on, it's there. I will always remember your meditations. And yeah, so I think this meditation just changed the perspective of things. So I think, yeah, that was the thing.
I think you were the one who mentioned that there should be more meditations in the
Yeah.
feedback form. Yes,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm implementing now in this round. I was literally sitting before this call looking at the feedback and I'm
Wow.
putting in more meditations. There's going to be a welcome meditation, offboarding meditation, and we do the telepathic selling meditation on the call anyway. So we will have that anyway in this round. And
Wow.
I am so happy that you gave that feedback because I do realize that there's so much power in those meditations every single time. I remember that telepathic meditation where people opened their eyes and they were like, I'm getting sales already. I just did the meditation and even before wrapping up the call there was sales pouring in.
Yeah, I remember too. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And I guess you've already answered what we created together because you've gotten that big order. But tell me, what is your business looking like right now or since then, if not just at this point, from then till now, how is it going?
So, I think, yes, business is one part of it, but I think I transformed my inner self totally, like 360 degrees. And that in turn has given such a boost to my business because I'm much more relaxed now. I am very secured, confident. So even if, there are days when there is nothing, I just tell myself that it's okay. Let me just enjoy these days and eventually everything would work out. And that's how it is working right now. So instead of me, working round the clock, weekends, I have my breaks. I am taking my time out, but then I'm still making sales. And not like, you know, uh, 5 orders at a time, with less, with a how do I put it? Like, you have 5 orders, 500 rupees each. And then you have a bulk order, which is like 30, 40,000. So, that's how it is working. It's easier for me now, you know, as, before, I used to be like really lost and, I used to be working, hassled all the time. I'm more relaxed. I have my orders, I have my team working. So that's how it is. And it's easier now, much more easier.
I love that. I totally forgot about this part, and I'm so glad you mentioned it because I think in your form also you wrote that you thought this is going to be a business coaching program, but it really shifted you totally in all aspects. And I love that you mentioned that you're taking your rest, you're taking your break, but the sales are still coming in. That is the main point of this program.
Yeah, actually, for your question, what were your takeaways? I have a list of things. So I would like to mention them. Yes, I do. I do have time.
Do go ahead. We have more than enough time for this. Tell me the takeaways.
Great.
We want to make sure we don't reveal any juicy parts of the course, but yes, go ahead.
No, I have something which is, which most of the people think that, when they say business coaching, they don't realize business coaching is not just, how to put reels, how to, do stories and all those things. There are, inner healings which need to happen. That's such a big part. All those posts, Instagram, all those things are important, yes. But I think 80% you need to heal yourself first. And I did heal. There were triggering points which actually, during the module, there were a lot of things which triggered me so badly. But then it helped me heal myself a lot. Like I can say I healed myself 80% during this program, and then rest 20% I kept healing over this whole year. Inner child thing was one of the things. The wounds, all those things, they were totally like taken care of by Ashu and other women there. So yes, that's another thing. Actually, I met some beautiful souls, beautiful set of people. Ashu's place, we all say, is a secured, is a comfort place that we all, so we do find a lot of good people who help you, not just in the program, but beyond it too. So be ready to meet some good souls in this program. Then the thing of spirit guides. I got introduced to my spirit guides. I never knew there is a thing called spirit guides. I've never dived into the world of spirituality this much. It was amazing. So yeah, so that was the thing. And yeah, I got very comfortable with my business. So much so that my husband was telling me that, are you getting any orders? I mean, is something happening in your business? You are so relaxed. So yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, I can go on and
I
on. For this time, I think this is enough.
No, 100%. I think if someone wants to just have a chat to Priyanka about what Cosmic Sales Elixir is like, I think you would have a fucking call with them. But also, I love that you mentioned about the group, because that group element is something that scares people quite a bit. Is it going to be a group? I might not get personal attention. I might not get the support. What if someone I don't like is there in the group? What if I don't like someone in the group? And what if someone's mean to me? And all of those fears come up. How did you feel about the group thing?
Oh God, I felt not judged. I felt so comfortable. Like I am the person who will not share feelings that easy. I think very few people in my life has seen me crying, and this group has seen me crying. So even if we were never we never spoke before or something, it was so secured. I felt very handheld, holded, guided. So it was amazing.
I also want to ask, are you still in touch? You don't have to mention names, but are you still in touch with any of the members of the group?
I am with I think 3 to 4 of them. We
That
don't
is
talk that
beautiful.
often, but I know they're there. We-
That is so nice. I'm so happy to hear that. And also about the personal attention, do you think that you got that personalized feedback for your content, for all of those elements that we covered inside the program?
Absolutely. Not just from Ashu, but those, the people who were there inside. So yeah, I did get all the attention. I did get answers to all my questions, and I did a lot of working on myself because of all of you. So thank you so much.
You mentioned that your life is simpler, you are much more chill with business, which is exactly how it needs to be. Talking about content, how do you feel about content? Because the whole point of Cosmic Sales Elixir is to simplify content for you. Can you tell me how do you feel about content? And I know there might still be times where content blocks come up. How are you able to navigate them? Do you have Cosmic Sales Elixir that you go back to? How is it going?
So I am, I'm little careless with those things. So I do not go back, but I remember, I think quite a lot of it. So whenever the situation comes, I know exactly how to deal with it. So because it was so to the point, nothing, there was no beating around the bush. It was so on the point that we know our pointers. We know how to navigate through a situation now. So, and also, during the whole program, it was so simple and it was to the point, and you need not spend like hours sitting and all those things. It's just few minutes. You have to go through it for few minutes, apply it, finish off. That's it. So it was, that phase, it was like amazing. Yeah.
I think you could sell this program on my behalf because you literally mentioned all the points that I have still not talked about on my stories. That the group is secure, you feel safe, you have healings, you have this element of small, short, to the point content. You mentioned all the points, and I feel like maybe I need to go back, listen to this episode, and make notes of how to market my own offer because you've done it so well for me. Now, I have a question for you. What is something you would say to someone who's on the edge of working with me, be it in Cosmic Sales Elixir specifically or in general?
Oh my God. Have no doubts. That's it. Just do it. Just do it. It's gonna give you so much for your life. So go ahead. It's like a quantum leap. For me it was, and this is your chance to level up in your life, your business, everything. So just go for it.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. This has been so beautiful. I feel so happy. Just like the program, your answers were so on the point and they covered literally everything that was required. I would love for you to take this space, talk about yourself. How can someone work with you and find you? I know you do some custom work as well.
Okay. This is gonna be short. So I'm just gonna tell, yeah, it's just that to customized orders. I have some hanging chairs that you can explore. And I use my hanging chairs for meditating, for writing journals. So, if you are into that league, just do it. This is a beautiful thing to do. Hanging chairs are like a way of relaxation, meditation. Yeah. So if you're looking for those things, if you're looking for a piece of art that just gives you that vibe of freshness and positivity, you can connect with me. We can work on it together and create something beautiful for you.
Beautiful. And just a reminder, everyone, the Instagram account is O strings attached. And there's like beautiful things I can see. So there's like a mirror with some work around it. I'm seeing. So if you want to do some mirror affirmations in a custom, beautiful mirror, you could also get that. And on those hanging chairs, you can have your custom name as well on top, which is very beautiful. You can also get like your logos and everything made, like your name made out of that art. It's so beautiful. I'm looking through it. Beautiful work done there. Priyanka, I can't wait to come back to India and then get something from you. I
Oh,
hope
um,
everyone had a great time listening to this podcast. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Priyanka about her offerings. And if you're interested in Elixir, you know what to do. Text me on Instagram that you listen to this episode. I think Priyanka would be very happy when I tell her that you did. And tell me what you think about this episode. Tell me that you want to work with me. I'll send you all the details. If you're listening to this in March 2025, this is going to be the only live round of Cosmic Sales Elixir. I literally do it once in 1 year. So this is your chance to get in. And thank you so much, Priyanka, for getting on the podcast with me.
thank you. It was lovely chatting with you always. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was an eye opener for me too, in a lot of ways. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for tuning into your Spiritual Business Coach podcast and for listening to the episode. Now that you've listened to this episode, which means you know what it is like to work with me. And if you felt the strong nudge that, yes, I want to work with Ashu, I want to work with a coach who holds this level of space for me, then drop me a message. And if you're feeling a little too generous, I would love for you to drop me a review or rating on whatever platform you're listening this on. If you feel the nudge to tell me what you felt about this episode or to inquire how you can work with me, drop me a message on Instagram at Listening Stories Untold, and I will see you in the next episode.